Hey, what's up, gang? It's me, Clownvis. Who'd you think it was? I am not here live right now. This is a pre-recorded episode we're doing of Clownvis to the Rescue. Tonight, it will be a very different, very special episode. I'm bringing on my friend Little Erin for an in-depth interview with me. That's right, me. So let's not waste any time right now. I'm going to get together with my friend Little Erin in our room right here. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Little Erin.
Hi.
Hey, bud.
Hello. Hi.
Thank
you for having me here.
Yes, and I'm going to do my best to let you interview me as opposed to me just running this ship tonight.
Totally. I'm excited.
Well, I am too. Hopefully none of these questions are gotcha questions. Hopefully you're not trying to make me look bad or make me get canceled or throw me for a loop. I trust you with all of my heart and all of my being right now. And I assume that you have some in-depth questions that could be informative to the people and maybe to us.
I totally do. I have nothing to cancel you or anything, but I do have to say my first question, it might be a little traumatizing to bring up.
Uh-oh. All right. That's all right.
Ordeal.
Let's jump into it. Just traumatize me.
Okay. I have to ask because it's one of my favorite things ever, and I hate to say it because, but on July 4th, 2014, you pulled the human cannonball disaster stunt.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
And you even said the doctor said that you didn't know if they didn't know if you'd make a full recovery, and I wanted to know if you did make a full recovery and if you ever think about doing that again.
I did. Well, it's hard to tell if I made a full recovery because I got a big blast in my ears. But my ears are kind of damaged from other things anyway, so it's hard to tell if that would have changed anything. But would I do it again? We're coming up on 10 years, and there's really not much of me that wants to do that at all. But if there was more of a team that could build me a proper cannon, then I might try it for a 10-year anniversary or something. I would do it. I'm not afraid. For some reason, I've never been shot out of a cannon. But for some reason, I just feel like it wouldn't be hard. I feel like I could just maneuver myself in the air and land on some boxes or a mat gracefully.
Totally.
Now everybody,
even on your feet.
Yeah, everybody that I consulted with, everybody that helped me out when I did the cannon in 2014, it was not one person thought I wasn't going to die. None of my team believed. They all thought that I was seriously going to get hurt, and nobody was happy with me the whole time. I was the only one that was like, just how could it go wrong? I'm only 10, 15 feet up in the air, and then I hit some boxes or something. It won't kill me. But then with the way it worked out, and there is a YouTube video if anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, you can look on our channel and see this human cannonball disaster. But yeah, the main thing was that I kind of got stuck in there. The thing got jarred. I kind of had a feeling it would, and if I could explain the mechanisms beyond what I said in that video, if I get down to the specifics of how we tried to make this cannon work, which I'm really not supposed to do. If you look into human cannonballs, it is very, very hard to find any kind of design or any kind of detailed instructions on what is actually going on inside the cannon. We assume it's not actually explosives shooting these people out, but it's got to be either a launching mechanism or a CO2 kind of pushing a plate up or something, And to me, that seems like, well, if you don't have to know what's in there, then anything could be in there. You could make anything work. And so we went with, because all my team said, this is dumb, it can't be done. So we went with my idea of how to build it. And just to give a little behind the scenes, because I didn't find these plans, I made them myself. And what we used, this is dumb to even say, but what we used was parts that you would get at a garage door place. We went to a garage door shop, and you're able to get these long tracks with little wheels that are in them, So we created like a skateboard kind of thing on 2 tracks, and that would go up the cannon. So it's like a railway system with a board that I lay on, just a
Sure.
big flat dumb board that I lay on, and then a pulley mechanism attached to the front of the board. That I shouldn't be saying all this because if we ever do try it again, we won't do it this way, so it doesn't matter. But so it goes up to the top of the cannon around a little doohickey, and then it comes down to and that went out the back of the cannon. And then what we did was we how do you explain this? The plate was like this, and we used garage door springs. You know those giant springs that are on the side of the garage doors that are known to kill people and stuff? We used one of those along the bottom. So it's me, the board, and then a long garage door spring with a string going this way that also goes down this way. So the guys out back that are off stage, you can't see, they use a come along. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's like a kind of a jacking device to jack this platform all the way down the track, right? So now the track's and then to all we could do to lock it in place was to tie it onto this tie the rope off to this fence. We did that. The damn fence came out. We pulled the fence out. So so that's why when we had to butt the thing kind of up against the stage, which then my fear was that we were going to take out a pillar of the stage because we were putting pressure on it. But anyway, and then they had to literally cut this rope, this cord that we had finally been able to tie off, and the thing would just shoot up, And we tried it with some sandbags, and they made it out. We tried it with whatever 170 pounds of sandbags or whatever, and it was it made it out. So I said, all right, well then, I guess I'm going to come out just like one of them sandbags. But for whatever reason, the mechanism did not get me out, and then we had this big phony blast, one of these giant oversized mortar things that was like literally right below me. And so it's a miracle that I didn't die just from either the garage door spring or my fingers getting stuck in the track or the explosive. The thing could have caught me on fire, or it could have been much, much worse. And nobody even knows that. It just looks like I faked the whole thing. It kind of looks fake. And, we hammed it up a little bit in that video. I maybe was never quite as close to death as I wanted people to think. But the real story is more scary, I think.
That is really scary because you're basically in there kind of like the taxi driver little arm thing, right?
Exactly.
Where it's just kind of like, yeah.
Exactly.
I'm glad you made it out okay. I'm sorry to bring it up, but I always love watching it, and I don't love watching you get hurt, but it's just, that's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, it was a weird gig, because then I still had to play. I wanted to play it off like a win, but I really was pretty dazed, and it didn't work, so it was disappointing. But I think everybody went home happy.
Yes, seriously. I'm just glad you're okay.
Thank you. I'm all right now. 9 years later, I'm healed.
Yeah. Good. Sometimes it takes a little time.
Yeah, it does.
All right. I just have another question.
Okay.
You inspire me and so many people every day by being yourself and being so positive, but what inspires you, or who inspires you?
Oh, that's nice. That's a nice question. Who or what inspires me? Gosh. Listen to that silence. I don't know. I mean, it's older stuff, I'm trying to think of anything that inspires me. I know I got to have a good answer for that, but I don't. God, am I that uninspired? I don't know. I'm inspired by anyone that says they're going to do something and does it, whether that's a great feat or a friend or something that I would see someone in the community do or something. I am inspired on a daily basis, but by very simple things when people just simply apply themselves or commit themselves to something that they say they're going to commit to, and when anything comes to fruition, that's an inspiration for me, So it's not like I don't really draw off I don't know what Marvel movies or anything that comes out that is supposed or even there's not much music that is new that comes out that I'm into, and I'm not against it all. I think I'm just a little out of touch, and just getting older, and I think that it's seen a lot, and but I'm inspired by Juggalos. I love all the stuff. Every time I see every time I go to the gathering of the Juggalos or do anything with the Insane Clown Posse, What a weird, artistic, cool little crowd that is. I love the Juggalos. So that's my answer.
Yeah. Okay, I love that. If you could now this one, if you could spend the night in the Clown Motel in your room with any cartoon character that could come to life for one night, and you could have a party in there, who would it be?
Oh, whoa. Partying with a cartoon character. Oh, that's hard. Oh, just one, huh?
Well, you could pick more than one.
I mean,
what the heck?
Because my first thought would be the Ninja Turtles, but it would have to be all four of them. I would want them kind of all there.
For sure.
But also, I mean,
counts.
If we're talking about one night with a cartoon character in a hotel room, Jessica Rabbit comes to mind. I'm not trying to take this show into the gutter or anything, but Jessica Rabbit's a babe, and I'm trying to think of anybody else who I really like.
Inspector Gadget hanging out.
Inspector Gadget would be fun. I'm sure he's endlessly fun with all his gadgets. I would guess the Turtles, unless I'm going to say the Turtles, because I could see that just no regrets, pizza, break a couple things, have some fun, watch Michelangelo do his thing, and then the next morning everything feels good. So that's cool. I'd rather do that than hook up with Jessica Rabbit. I might have some regrets on hooking up with an animated thing.
Yeah, for sure. I think the Turtles is the way to go.
Let's go with the Turtles.
Droopy might be cool.
Oh, yeah, he might be. Cheer him up a little bit.
Droopy might be. I know. Get him out of the house,
Yeah.
I don't know. I know that you feel kind of the same way about me as, like, I don't know, food. It's just one of those things that you just do, kind of, right? To stay alive.
If that's what you're saying, I don't care much about it. Yeah, I mean, it's there's food that I like, and I do get excited when I'm hungry, but it's a turn off in my brain. I kind of cringe when food gets romanticized too much or overly talked about. Like I just want to, it's just we have to do it. And I get it that it's people that are into it, it's fun for them, and that's good. But it's not for me.
Right.
Food's not for me.
I was just wondering. Food is not. I know. I feel that. It's so weird, but I feel that.
I'm going on the road tomorrow. Sorry to interrupt, but I'm going on the road tomorrow, and that's just for 3 days. But that's the biggest drag is the food, because there's just nothing good on the road. And then, even when you get to the clubs, you're still, I don't really seek out the best stuff. So then I end up with some garbage for dinner, and then some garbage for lunch, and then some garbage at the hotel. And I'd rather there just be a pill.
I know. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, George Jetson side. I'd hang out with the Jetsons too, if I could go to their house.
I was thinking about that earlier when I was coming up with the question. I was like, the Jetsons would be cool.
Yeah.
Are there any holiday foods that you like, though, around this time of year? You get stoked for?
Well, yeah, too much. I'm not stoked, but I mean, there's just too much food in general. I will eat it. I'm just like an animal. If there's food all over, I'm gonna eat it. And like when around the holiday, there's just food everywhere, and I like it. I like it all. I do like holiday food, especially things like turkey and these things that you don't have to, that are cooked once and then they're left over. I'm into leftovers.
Right.
So,
yeah.
So, but
leftovers are nice.
But I tell myself, boy, I gotta. But then I say I gotta pump the brakes on eating. I eat all night or something. And I want to get on a nice steady diet. But then we're so close to the end of the year, so it's like I guess you just gotta wait, huh? Got to wait and say that's my New Year's resolution. So then I got 3 more weeks of hell bent for eating. I eat cereal. You know what my thing is, man? I just get cereal and I eat cereal because it's so easy, but it's not good for me. Do you know what I've started doing to make it better? Listen how dumb this is. I like just regular childish cereal. Lucky Charms and Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Frosted Flakes and Apple Jacks are the things I like. And then so what I've been doing, so I don't get too much of that in me. Do you want to guess what I've been doing?
Putting a banana
Close. I've been
in
cutting.
there.
I've been
No?
cutting the cereal with something. What do you think I've been cutting it with?
Oh, oatmeal.
No, even dumber. Just Rice Krispies, just other cereal. But I feel it's
Oh,
real good. I mean,
just a plain.
yes, it just kind of. I feel like if it's like boring, because I don't like Rice Krispies, but if you eat them with
Yeah.
half Cinnamon Crunch, half Rice Krispies, it's a lot. Everything's fine. And then I think I'm only
It's a
eating
salad.
But then I looked at the calories, and like Rice Krispies are more damn calories than Lucky Charms. Does that make sense?
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Look at the
that
box.
makes no sense.
It's
Get
wild.
those out of there.
Yeah. So much. I thought I was doing myself a favor by cutting down, but maybe it's less sugar or something. But it's nothing good about it. Milk. What am I?
Cinnamon Toast
8 years
Crunch.
old? I don't know why. I just can't. It's such a. And it's one of the things when I eat cereal, I'm like, I don't care. I don't care if it's bad for me. I don't care if I live to see another day. I'm eating this cereal. It's so good. I'm so into it. And I'm like, I just.
Oh yeah.
Anything.
And there's something about it. You can like fill the bowl 10 times, and it's just like you're not full.
Oh, forget
like,
about
all
it. Forget about it. Yeah, I could just go back and forth filling the milk up until it matches the cereal, and the cereal till it matches the milk, until the box is gone. Till the roof of my mouth is bleeding from the Count Chocula.
Oh, Fruity Pebbles are everywhere. Oh,
Yeah, I
so
love
good.
those.
I do too. Those are my favorite, I think. Cocoa Pebbles and those maybe. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they're
Or the
way
banana.
up there. Way up there. I don't really ever do the banana. That feels kind of grandpa-ish to me or something. I don't know why. It just feels too smart, too healthy. I love bananas. I'll eat a banana on the side.
It's good. I don't know. I've always done that. Maybe I'm a weirdo. Putting a banana in there.
Yeah, well, you are a weirdo, but I don't know if that's, the only sign is the banana.
That's not the only sign, I don't think. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe it is the banana.
Yeah, maybe that's what's
know.
causing all your weirdness is the banana and the cereal.
I just gotta cut it out.
Yeah, wake up
Eat it on the side.
Just wake up normal one day.
Wouldn't that be wild if I did? Totally brunette. Totally just nothing going on.
Turns out it was the bananas and the cereal. Who knew?
Who knew?
I'm actually normal as hell.
What the hell? Speaking of normal, if you walked into a big room right now, it was just all white, and there was a big red button, that said "Don't push"? Would you push it? Are you gonna be like, no, I'm good?
I'm not that curious, I think. I think in general, I'm a play it safe kind of clown. And I would say that it's, unless there's something really enticing about it, or I felt very safe in the situation. I don't know why the hell I'm in this room, so I don't feel safe right now. But if there was a button that was in my office here that I knew that I could, it just said "Don't hit," I would think about it on a daily basis. But I don't think I would. I'm pretty good with that kind of stuff. I'm pretty good with not being too curious when it comes to things that could have disastrous results.
Yeah, who knows? It's not worth it, right?
Yeah, it's not. But but also, it catch me in the wrong mood. Maybe I would.
Right.
Maybe I would just press the button and figure it out. I mean, believe me, I make crazy decisions sometimes.
Maybe it'd be something good that would happen.
Then why would it say don't?
You never know.
Why would it say don't touch it?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe
some evil person said don't, and it would cause world peace or something. But
I always forget about the evil people, and I never think from the perspective of the evil guy why they would do that. Just assume.
I know.
Assume the best, but there is evil out there.
You gotta watch out.
Yep.
Got that guy on Inspector Gadget with the arm. Remember? Yeah. Hanging out.
I love it. I gotta get some things that shoot out of me or something. Some springs that shoot out of my jacket.
I know. I like those legs that make you taller. That's cool.
Yeah.
You're performing some live shows this week in Iowa and Indiana, and then you have a winter night with Clownvis on the 22nd in St. Louis. in the past, like on TikTok, I totally get it, how you say one more song and then it ends up being like 5 more songs. Is there a show in your mind that you've performed at that it's kind of the same vibe where you just wouldn't have stopped performing if you didn't have to?
Live shows, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of them. I would say 50%. I would say 50% of them. Every once in a while, I'm like, okay, I can see the end. Let's get this over with, so we can just consider this a win and wrap it up. Or if it's God forbid, a bad night, I'm racing for the finish line for that reason. But most of the time, it's not. Most of the time, it's just like I see the end. Let's get there and have and then the party for me always goes on. I try to meet everybody. I try to make myself a part of the night before everybody's cleared out of the place, so everybody can have a little fun after I'm off stage. But I think what was the exact question?
Is there a show that you did live that you just didn't want, like if you could stay on stage forever?
Oh yeah, well yeah, the stuff I do at the Gathering of the Juggalos, either my sets there, which usually the times I've performed, they've had me do the midnight set in the tent, which is like where they've done comedy nights in the past, but the times I've done it, it's just been a headliner set at midnight, and man, that I could just go forever. And then also I've hosted some parties at the Gathering of the Juggalos where I'm more of just like a DJ / I'll come out and sing, I'll sing some songs, but I'm basically just playing songs. I'll bring up some rappers to feature a song or something, and then just hype fun. And it's kind of like what we do on TikTok, like where it's just more of just keeping the party going, which is so fun. And I mean, those parties that I do there go from like 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. They're like 3 or 4 hour parties, and at the end, it's like nobody's even leaving. Like you could just do it until the sun comes up. It's crazy.
Oh, that's cool. That would be fun.
Yeah, those juggalos know how to party.
Right. I know. I was actually thinking about going this next year to the Gathering.
Oh, you should. You definitely
Gene
should.
and Ramona go.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
hitching along with Gene and Ramona.
Yeah, they'll show you around. They know the ropes better than anybody.
Right? I know. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, you definitely should.
I have a couple more questions if you want to.
I do.
Do a couple more.
I do.
Right. You asked me what I wanted for Christmas. What do you want for Christmas?
Oh.
What do you want?
Oh, once again on the spot. I'm such a bad interview. I don't know what I want for Christmas.
I know. It's hard. It's hard.
I mean, it's such, I mean, like, for the show, we put together the Amazon wish list, and that is just stuff that I kind of want and that I could use around the studio. But anything that I need, we'll get our hands on right away. We'll find a way to get, so there's nothing that I need. But one of the things that I just recently found is just little wireless systems that you can I could attach my earbuds to, so then at least I'm not on a cord, because right now I'm always on a cord. So if I could trust these little things, then I think that I could just have the pack on me, and then I could be buzzing around this place like a bug.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that's just something I saw today that I said, oh, that's cool. But other than that, you know what I want? Let me okay, thank you. I have an answer.
Yeah.
Because maybe you're into this, but I just got into this. It seems like you would be, judging by the room you're in. Uranium glass. Are you a fan of uranium glass?
I like uranium glass.
I'm so in love with it. I don't have any, but that's at the top of my list. That's what I've told my few friends and family, that if you could find me just some cheap uranium glass piece, just from a thrift store or something, because it seems like you could still find it out in the wilderness, and it's not really worth much besides the fact that it's cool. But I guess I've seen on TikTok these collections that are just it's so haunted mansion looking. You just get a curio cabinet full of it and then you throw a black light on it, and it's like it just looks so ghostly and cool. So
yeah,
I don't have any yet, but in my head I've already started collecting it, but I haven't even been out anywhere that might sell it. But so if I get any for Christmas, that will start my new collection.
That would be awesome.
I don't collect much
That
anymore.
stuff is cool.
I try to get rid of more than I collect.
Totally.
It's too easy to
Oh,
easy to accumulate, and then I'm like, what the hell am I going to do with this? Just look at it all my life.
I know.
It's fun,
Yep.
and then it's fun to have new stuff, but not when you got a bunch of old stuff. It takes the fun away, So
I know.
I'll
And then
try
trying to dust everything off, it's just like, my God.
Oh God, Dustin, yeah, that's the point.
The vacuum. Too much stuff
Yeah,
sometimes, But uranium glass, I feel like you could have that everywhere and it would be pretty. So who cares?
you too.
know?
I mean, look at your room. You could just, you're already halfway there. You could just lie and say all
I
that green stuff
know.
behind you is made of uranium. Look at that.
That's why I bought this cup.
What?
Yeah, that's why I bought this. I was like, man, this would look cool in the blue
That's
light.
like yeah. Well,
Dollar Tree.
you keep your eyes peeled, and because I think you can, from what I see on TikTok, people find for like plates for $5 and stuff, and you can kind of you can build these collections without breaking your bank. So if you see any, buy it for yourself and start your own collection, and I'll try to accumulate some on my end, and we'll have a uranium race.
There we go. I like that. A uranium race. I know where to get some right now.
Oh no!
Well, it's not close by though.
It's
in Virginia City.
That sounds like an evil. You sound like an evil villain when you say that. I know where to get some uranium right now.
Right now.
You got that uranium plug on speed dial.
There's a little antique store in Virginia City that had so much of it when I was down there last year.
Oh,
and I wanted to
cool.
bring some home, but on the plane, I was like, I'm not going to chance it, But
yeah, well, they say you got to get one of them little handheld black lights, and then you can just comb over all the shelves at the stores, and they'll jump out at you.
Oh, that's smart.
We'll become uranium hunters.
There we go. Start a show.
Yeah, and before you ask your next question, I will touch base on this because we've talked about this. And I think in the new year, if everything goes as planned, we're going to try to have a show that is you and me and our friend, the almighty Seaver, Seaveman 5000. Right now, the plan is to just maybe get a secondary show to Clownvis to the rescue once a week that we can just chew it up, chat it up, chop it up, and chat it up. And I think that's something that people will like and respond to. It won't be the slick, exciting production of Clownvis to the rescue. There won't be aliens and robots jumping out at you. But when it comes time to sit down and talk about the new monkeys for an hour, we'll have that full hour to do it. And it's something that I'm looking forward to. How about you?
Me too. I'm so excited. I have a whole notebook started of ideas of things.
Good. Yeah, I got a lot.
I'm ready.
I got a lot of ideas too, but ladies and gentlemen, don't get too excited. It's not coming right away, but we got to crack a couple codes and find out the best way to do things. But we are, I think we're all excited about it. I know Seaver's excited about it, and I am too. I just feel like it'll be a nice way to get more off our chests, talk a little more about things that we like.
Totally. Way more laid back and fun,
Yeah. Yeah, and just a little something extra for people to have in their ears while they mow the grass or they drive to work or something, just another boring podcast, but with us.
And I'm not trying to stump you. I'm not trying to quiz you, I'm not trying to stump you the whole time.
Yeah, we'll be on the same page.
Keep you on your toes. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's already so many ideas, so many things we could talk about, and I'm really excited about that. But we'll talk more about that later. That was just a small teaser, a small end of the year teaser to talk about what we have in the chamber for next year.
Yeah. I have one more question. It is a trivia question.
Okay, I'm ready for it.
I had to throw one in.
All right.
Okay. Which album sold more copies according to bestsellingalbums.org? Neil Diamond's 1992 The Christmas Album or Josh Groban's Noel album?
Oh, no. The return of Gorby.
Yeah.
Josh Groban Gorbin, who I never knew. I don't know, but I learned about him on TikTok the other night because I think I sing Silent Night better than him or something. One of those songs. Oh, Holy Night. Which sold more? That Neil Diamond Christmas album. Did Neil Diamond also have like a Hanukkah album, or am I making that up?
I think he did. I feel like he's also had like probably 5 other Christmas albums, but I could be wrong.
No, I guess he did have one popular one, but I don't know anything about Gorby. And there was like 2 million plus hits on that Gorby karaoke track I was looking at, or I'm not karaoke, but that Gorby YouTube video. So Gorby's hot, but Neil Diamond's hot. I'm just gonna say. Oh, that's so hard, Little Erin. I don't know. Little Erin, that's a hard question. Neil Diamond had to have sold more than Gorby. Neil Diamond. But you wouldn't ask me if it wasn't Gorby, so it's probably Gorby, right? Gorbin. Josh Grorbin. Grabbing and groping. Josh grabbing and groping his way to fame. What is this guy?
Yeah. He did because he sold 7 million copies of that album, and Neil sold 2 million. And I just think that's insane.
Well,
no offense to Josh Groban.
Did you do the math of years? Because that was probably 20, 30 years before, maybe more, probably 40 years before, maybe. And there was less people. So if it was per people, albums per people might add up to a little more fair.
Maybe.
I don't know how fast the population's growing.
Can we just say Neil won this one and just call it a day? Just put Josh under the rug?
Absolutely. I'll write it down that Neil sold more than Gorby.
There we go.
Neil, I'm going to use the greater than sign. Neil greater than Gorby. All right, that's just for my own notes. But yeah, we'll just lie. Anybody that's watching this, go out and tell all your friends that Neil Diamond way outsold Gorby when it came to Christmas albums.
All day. All day long.
Gorbin. So people know who I'm talking about. What's his real name?
Josh Groban. Josh Groban. I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name.
Josh Groban. Grow up, Groby. I don't know. The guy's probably really nice and good, but
he probably is. He's probably cool.
I have that problem. Sometimes I just clown on things like they're not real, and then it turns out they're real. And next thing you know, I'll be in a elevator with Josh Groban, and I'll be like, ah.
I know. It always happens that way. Or like, oh, that guy's a jerk, and then you meet him again. They're like super nice. And you're like, oh, yeah, had a bad day.
Yeah, you live and you learn. But hey, speaking of Gorbin, one thing I wanted to tell you that I don't know that we've talked about, but I'm a huge fan of Jesus Christ Superstar. I don't know if you're into that at all. The musical, the rock opera.
I know about it, but I've never.
If you're not way into it, then maybe you will be someday, because it just grabbed me a few years ago and it's never let go. Excuse me. But Ted Neely, the guy that played Jesus, has an amazing voice, and he put out an album about 5 years ago, an EP called Rock Opera, and he does a version of Oh Holy Night, and that's the reason that I know the song. That's why I know all the words, and I can sing it passionately, because I love Ted Neely's rock version. There's nothing that comes close. So you, Little Erin, and everybody else, I highly recommend going straight to YouTube when you're done watching this. Put in Ted Neely, Oh Holy Night, and great. And then listen to it. It's so powerful and chilling and cool. And he's an old man, now he's about 70 years old in this video. And but it's a little bit cheesy. Like you could just laugh at it, like, oh, but it rocks so hard. And then if you're a fan of how hard he rocked as Jesus, you just think of him as a Jesus type, and he's very easy to. I met him one time, and I was like, Jesus, this is awesome. Like he's so nice. I met him at a movie theater, meet and greet thing, and you meet him, and he's just, hello. He's so like Jesus like. Like
he's just got the hand.
That was his only. I think that was his only real big role, So he was just.
Right.
But he was so good at it that he just
Love it.
ended up being Jesus his whole life, and now he's. But yeah, check that out, Ted Neely, "Oh Holy Night," and that's on an EP, and there's 4 or 5 other songs that are pretty cool. He does "Love Lift Us Up Where We Belong," and Tommy, the song from Tommy. So yeah, we'll talk more about that down the line. But I did want to recommend that out loud because that's what I was listening to when I was plugging this stuff in.
Thank you. I wrote it down. I will listen to it right after this.
That's so exciting. I wish I could listen. I wish I could listen to it again for the first time. It came out in 2015, I think, maybe 2016. Yeah, 2015. And it was when I was tripping the hardest on Jesus Christ Superstar, and I did not know that he was still active, and I don't think he was. I think he kind of just came out of nowhere with this. And I'm going to quit talking about it now, but I I do know that it'll hold up. The hype will hold up. You'll watch this, and it's just like it's chillingly like overly produced and epic and big. It's so cool, but it's Oh Holy Night.
I love it. I love that stuff. When it's just like, we're just going all in on this.
Yeah. You'll like it. And you know what? I bet you'll like it because, I bet you'll be a Jesus Christ Superstar fan after you watch this one video. Because at the end, it's like a montage of all him as Jesus, and it's great. And you don't, and just for the record, anybody watching that doesn't know Jesus Christ Superstar, it don't have nothing to, it has everything to do with Jesus, but you don't have to be a Jesus person to watch it. The only things I know about Jesus are from Jesus Christ Superstar. So I think he's very cool. I think Jesus is awesome, man, because he's from Jesus Christ Superstar. That's my Jesus.
My Jesus is from Hamlet too. That's the Jesus I know.
I don't know Hamlet too.
You ever see that movie?
No, I never saw the first one.
It's pretty corny too, but it's also really awesome. It's about I'll tell you about it later if you want, but this guy puts on a play and he plays Jesus, and it's pretty silly.
I can get into that.
It's pretty good.
I can get into that. Well, yeah, maybe this is all stuff that we can talk about on our upcoming venture with Seaman 5000 in the coming year. We're looking at 2024 launch for a new spinoff where we talk a lot.
Yep.
Well, Erin, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for giving us a little something that the people can watch and enjoy on the Wednesday night where I am up in Iowa somewhere singing for my supper, and I'll be back online next week live, and hopefully you can join in with some trivia.
Yes, thank you for having me interview you and ask you silly questions and hang out, and I will be here next week whenever you want.
All right, buddy. Everybody follow Little Erin, everybody follow Clownvis, and we will talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
They can probably still hear us, but this thing is playing. The goodbye is playing. The end credits. Show's got a long outro.